Last week, Omega announced the return of the Speedmaster First in Space. Initially, this watch in October 3rd, 1962, the CK2998 became the first Omega that was worn in space, and this happens to be one of the first iterations of the Speedmaster. So last week, Omega announced that they were going to re-release this watch. However, it was going to be with a little bit of a twist. As we know, they currently sell the Ed White Speedmaster, which is one of my personal favorites. However, the wait time for that is well over a year or two. It's actually, I think it's like 2 or 3 years. And that actually comes with an original 321 movement, which is really cool. However, this watch, the First in Space, comes with the brand new movement, which is the 3861 movement. And that has the master chronometer, which came out a few years ago and is really a big deal and quite cool. Why they didn't do the 321 movement, I think it's because the 321 movements are still built in a special factory by hand and in very limited numbers. So they didn't want this watch to be that limited. I do know that it's limited production, but not limited edition. So it doesn't have, they're not numbered, but they're not going to be in large quantities either. Now this watch on bracelet comes in at $7,900. I'm not going to talk about the leather straps because you should really only be buying this watch on bracelet. It's super cool. It is the Ed White bracelet, which is sick. And the watch comes in at 39.7 millimeters, which is also great because, as we know, Speedmasters for the most part are about 42 millimeters. So it's a larger watch. So if you like the golden standard of 39 mil watches, this is the watch for you. So something else as well, Omega, as we know, just came out with the white dial Speedmaster. That comes in on bracelet at $8,100. So this watch is actually less expensive than the white dial Speedmaster. However, the regular Speedmaster comes in at $7,000. So this watch is slightly more expensive than that one, but still a good bargain. I mean, Omega coming out killing it again with a great watch. Now, I actually had my hands on this watch over the weekend. I got to see it firsthand in person, and I just want to give you my thoughts. These are my true thoughts on this, and I would also like to thank the Omega Boutique in Short Hills for letting me see the watch. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let me film because it technically wasn't out at the time that I saw it, so I couldn't film, so I do apologize. But again, thank you to Andrew and Arthur for letting me see the watch, which was great. But anyway, here's my thoughts, and Arthur happens to agree with me on this, and it's about the loom. So the loom on this is faux patina, as we say, fake patina. I don't know if I'm the biggest fan. I like the dial. The dial has a bluish tint to it, which is pretty nice. But the faux patina throws me off. I think it looks good, but I'm kind of sick of the faux patina phase. I just wish that they maybe made it the old-fashioned, like an alternative to the tritium loom, but something that could age. Most of these newer watches, not just Omega, any new watch, it's never going to age like a vintage watch. And obviously the reason for that is because materials get better, and the whole point of aging in general is you don't want it to age. You want it to be always looking brand new, and technology, the best materials, and this and that. But the faux patina isn't for me. I wish that they just kind of stuck with a regular color scheme and stuff like that. Now, the bluish dial is cool. On the original Speedmaster from this time era, you would get something called a tropical dial, which is really cool. It would actually make the dial brown. It gave a really cool look. That's never going to happen with a new watch. I think it would have been cool instead of the faux patina if they did a brownish dial, kind of like the Seamaster No Time to Die, the James Bond one. That would have been more cool. And I think if they did that with the faux patina, maybe I would like it, maybe. But I just don't feel like Omega hit the mark with the faux patina on this. However, I do think the watch in general is super cool. I like that they used the new movement because if they used the other movement, it would be a $15,000 watch. This is more obtainable for us normal folk, and it's smaller. So kudos to Omega. I just wanted to make this video real quick and say my thoughts. They did a nice job. It looks clean. I'm just not a fan of the faux patina. And again, thank you Omega Short Hills for letting me see it. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And until next time, peace.